to be no stopping Bayer Leverkusen at the top of the Bundesliga, but Bayern München keep up the heat. But what's going to happen this weekend as we enter match number 13 and the Bundesliga? We'll get to it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another British show. Today we're taking a match number 13 and the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're chewing, and smash that subscribe button and get your bang out to the all things. Babin Rose related, Bundesliga related, whoa, football related. We got it all here under one. Ski, that's right, of course. Games coming thick and fast. I don't know what's around the corner, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think this could be the last game before an international break. It is. It bloody well is a chance to get myself a bit of peace and quiet around the house. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys on the channel. Again, bang and subscribe if you're new. And also a big shout out to the Patreon gang. We are still on the lookout for 3 more patrons before the close of play. And that is the close of 2020. Will you be in that the illustrious trio that could become my latest brother from another mother? If you are interested, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. There are perks and privileges to that, and they will be revamped in the new year, and you could be in amongst it, of course. But anyway, let's jump in the deep end, of course, and take a little look at how we all got on last time around. Then shall we kicking it all off? When are we going to kick it off? We're going to kick it all off back on Tuesday. We'll get to that in a minute, but of course, recap of the criteria. 0 to 2, you're in the shit-face gang. 3 to 6, straight-face club. 7+, you're in the top bins, lads. You're in the top bloody bins. So let's take a look at it then, shall we? Frankie against Mönchengladbach. I had a bit of a wager on this one, sort of. Actually, remember the 2-1 win for Mönchengladbach. They're just drawing too many games. 3-3 in the end. 6-goal throw on this bad boy. Lars Stindl with a hat-trick. Congratulations. He'll probably play for Bayern next year. You watch. Andre Silva with a couple of goals there. And Eamon Barkok on score sheet for Eintracht Frankfurt. David Abraham got himself sent off. And it was 2 lastminute.com goals for not Rovers. There was 1 lastminute.com for Rovers, but 2 lastminute.com for Lars Stindl. He got himself a hat-trick there. Took the match ball as well. So yeah, 3-3 for them all in all on that bad boy. 2-1 for me. Not too great. Hertha Berlin, they drew with Mainz 0-0. Shame on them. Nothing to see here. Actually, with the 2-0 win for Hertha. Not good enough. Meanwhile, Werder Bremen did lose to Borussia Dortmund. Still, are they looking on for a new manager? I don't know if it's been confirmed or not. But there was links with someone that's going to be coming in to take over the reins. We'll have to see how that pans out. Rafael Guerrero on the score sheet. Marco Reus as well, with Kevin Mulwald getting goal for Werder Bremen, but ultimately not good enough. Actually went with a 2-1, so not too shabby, pals. Meanwhile, Stuttgart against Union Berlin ended up all square on this one, 2-2 in the bloody end. Yes, in Didio. Goals on the day were Sasa Kaldajic on score sheet for Stuttgart with a couple of goals there. Marvin Friedrich and Tewa Awoni on the score sheet for Union Berlin as they got themselves a point piece on that one. Schalke, yep, they did not get anything out of Freiburg. 2 wins for Freiburg. This could be a year where Schalke go down. This was on Wednesday night. Roland Salali on the score sheet with a couple of goals there. I went with a 1-0 win for Schalke. Nope, nowhere close. Meanwhile, Bayern did oust Wolfsburg, and that did end Wolfsburg's unbeaten campaign so far, of course. Goals, Robert Lewandowski with a couple of goals in there. Maximilian Philipp on the score sheet for Wolfsburg, but ultimately they lost it. They lost the plot. Meanwhile, Hoffenheim, they lost the plot as well to RB bloody Leipzig. 1-0 win as well. I was on Wednesday night on that bad boy. Goals, Josip Poulsen on the score sheet for Leipzig to get the point. I went with the 2-2. Not too great, not too brilliant. But like I said, Bayer Leverkusen absolutely stealing the show. Excuse me, 4-0 winners. Where was it? There it is. 4-0 winners over FC Koln away. Mitchell Weiser, Moussa Diaby, Patrick Schick and Florian Wirtz on the score sheet. 4 different goal scorers. Actually remember the 3-1. Got the right amount of goals, but just didn't distribute them correctly. But you know what? That's not too shabby. And then wrapping up, what have we got? Augsburg, 1-0 winners over Bielefeld. In Bielefeld, of course, getting the win as well. Just the 1 goal to report. And that was Jeffrey Gulavul on the score sheet. As you can see, I did 3, which in my eyes gets me in the straight face gang. So I'm just squeezing in there, of course. As you can bloody see, Bayer Leverkusen lead the charge at the moment. 1 point clear of Bayern, and of course 1 point clear of RB Leipzig. Dortmund back in the top 4, and of course they're already into the Champions League knockouts as well. Who's in 5th? I don't bloody know. I think that's Wolfsburg. They're in there. Stupid thing is took a snapshot right when at the wrong time. I was saying smile, I said cheese, and then I took it at the wrong bloody time. Union Berlin is 6th, Stuttgart 7th, Borussia Mönchengladbach on 8th. Down the table, Schalke just 4 points all season, yet to get a win. Mainz have actually got a win already. Bielefeld also in that discussion as well. Of course, let's take a look at how you all got on. Let's get into it. Bianca Molla, she did all right. Well done, madam. Well done indeed. Dario Lovera Rossa also did okay. Ivan Stringer did bits. Omaji Monday with an edit also did okay. Josh's World Travel, we had a wager. Unfortunately, nobody won it. I didn't win it. He might have won it. Yeah, well, he wanted Frankie to win. I said challenge accepted, but unfortunately it was a draw. Russell Frost, well done to you. Well done indeed. Of course, Liam 2000 did bits. Game Charlie, home run for you, son. Well done, absolutely belter. Alan MC, not too bad. Ocho Omamura as well. Well done to you. Rather Hands worst did bits. Olaji Ocho also did very, very well. Moritz Spatelli did good. Shane O'Donnell killed it. Nathan Eva also did very, very well. Ian Richard also did good. Okay, did okay, and Alex Weller also did very, very well. Omar Esquivel, not too bad. Rather not too bad indeed. Matt Gunner and Costas K, they're okay. NWC 239 did good. Vincent Hong also did very, very well. Yannick Buster and Luka Kajarovic. Well, Yannick Buster did good, but Luka Kajarovic, he did absolutely Bobby Dazzler there. And Elgin Cow, last but not least, he also did very, very well indeed. Let's take a look at the leaderboard for this week and this week alone. Shane O'Donnell, close your bloody eyes, brother. Close your bloody eyes. Of course, Gaming Charlie, though. Luka Kajarovic, they are your kingpins for this week. I've only got one crown to dish out, and Gaming Charlie gets it just because of alphabetical order. But you know what? You're both kings this week. Bow down to your kings. They are there. LG and Cal not too far away either. As for your overall kingpin, take a look at it. There's only one, it looks like, and it is Alex Weller. 68% success rate. Well done to you. Well done indeed. Costas K is not too far away either. NWC 239 Yannick Buster not too far away. They're in the top 5, as is Luka Kajarovic. He's just priming himself for a big old push towards the next part of the season. Kicking off forward then, talking about the next part of the season takes place this weekend, and then we go into international break or a mid-season, a winter wonderland break. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I want to say, because I'm coming at this very late, I'm allowing a bit of a free hit for people to get the Friday pick in. You know, I'm closing the doors on Saturday, so if you know, because these will only be live for like 6 or 7 hours, and then the game will start on we're talking about Union Berlin against Dortmund. We'll be quick off the money, so I'm allowing a little bit of a lazy start on this one. So if you don't get your picks until Saturday, you can include the score for that one, so you at least get yourself 1 point. At least it's a free hit. But let's talk about it then, shall we? Union Berlin taking on Borussia Dortmund, of course, Friday night. It's the 18th of December. Let's get into it. Of course, played each other 4 times in the past. 1 win for Union, 2 for Dortmund, and 1 draw. And that's correct. Last time out in Union Berlin, of course, was a 3-1 win for Union Berlin. That was back in August 2019. Marius Buter on the score sheet with a couple of goals there. Sebastian Anderson as well. Pauko Alcazar on the score sheet for Dortmund in a 3-1 loss for them. Borussia Dortmund actually won 10 of the last 12 matches away from home, and they're coming into this just 1 defeat past 5 for them. That was against Stuttgart, was that 5-1 loss, which cost the man his job. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Union Berlin coming to this 4 games without a win, 3 draws and a defeat to boot. Heading into this, the bookies also won 3-1 for Union Berlin, 5-4 on for Dortmund, and 3-1 is your draw on this. Of course, Dortmund coming to this in 4th win for them. Guess what? They could go nowhere. They could go close up on the gaps on a 3rd spot to make it just a 3 points difference, but ultimately they need to get the points on the board, and hopefully a little bit of lady luck going their way. Union Berlin, though, in 6th, and mathematically they could go as high as 5th in the table with the W. I've gone with on this one 2-1 for Dortmund to get the win. Of course, they've got the talent there. They've got the talent. Have they got the direction? We'll have to wait and see. Next up, RB bloody Leipzig taking on FC bloody Köln. Pretty sure that in the past 6 times, 4 wins for Leipzig, 1 win for Köln, and 1 draw. The last time in Leipzig was a 4-1 win for Leipzig. That's back in November 2019. It was Timo Werner with a goal there. Emil Forsberg with a couple. Konrad Lehmer as well. Rafael Kushkush on score sheet for FC Köln. Köln have actually failed to win 20 of the last 22 matches in the Bundesliga, whereas IB Leipzig have actually won their last 6 at home. They also scored at least 2 goals in the last 6 at home matches as well. Winning 5 out of 6, both home and away. Their only hiccup was the draw against Bayern. It was a 3-3 belter. Meanwhile, Köln coming to this just 1 defeat the past 4 for them. That was against Bayer Leverkusen, and that was also a bit of a Bobby Dazzler going in favour of Leverkusen. Last time out, though, or next time up on the old bookies, we have RB Leipzig 7-2 on for the victory. Köln is 72 long shots, 19-4 is your draw on this one. Köln coming to this in 15th in the win for them. They could actually go as high as 12th. Leipzig coming to this in 3rd in the win for them. Guess what? They could go. That's right, top of the pops with a big fat W. I'm going with Köln on this one, going big as well with a 3-0 win to take it to the house. Next up we have Mönchengladbach taking on Mainz. Let's get into it. Played each other in the past 28 times. It's been 7 wins for Gladbach, 9 wins for Mainz. When I say Mainz, I mean Hoffenheim. 7 wins for Mönchengladbach, 9 for Hoffenheim, and 11 bloody draws. What am I thinking about? I was wishing it was Mainz. They played each other in the past, the last 6. Sees 2 wins for Gladbach, nothing for Hoffenheim, and 4 bloody draws. Last time out in Mönchengladbach was a 1-1 draw back in February 2020. Manuel Ginter on the score sheet with Lucas Ribeiro, equaliser for Leipzig. Gladbach have actually drawn their last 5 matches at home against Hoffenheim in all competitions, and they've also drawn the last 3 in the Bundesliga to boot. Meanwhile, Hoffenheim have actually failed to win 9 of the last 10 matches in the Bundesliga. They're looking a bit wobbly at the moment. They've actually just lost twice in the past 6, and that was against Leverkusen in the Bundesliga and also against Leipzig in the Bundesliga. Meanwhile, on the flip side, we've got Mönchengladbach without a win in 5, just 1 win 1 win out of 5 for them, and that was against Schalke all the way back at the end of November. Well, take a little look at the bookies on this one. Bad boy. Let's get into it, of course. 65 on for Mönchengladbach, 65 is your 14-5 is your Hoffenheim on this bad boy. Look at the situation out in the league. Hoffenheim are in 13th spot, and a win for them. They could actually go as high as 10th in the table. Gladbach coming to this in 8th. Win for them, they could go into the top 5 at the expense of Wolfsburg. I believe in the Gladbach, and they're going to go with a 2-0 win for them in the bloody end. Next up, we have Schalke taking on Arminia. Bielefeld, of course, played each other in the past 37 times, 22 wins for Schalke, 7 wins for Bielefeld, and 8 draws. Of course, the last 6 sees 4 for Schalke, 1 for Bielefeld, and 1 draw. Last time out in Schalke was a 0-0 draw all the way back in 2008 in October. 0-0 draw. Of course, there was a red card in that match. If you want to find out who it was Jonas Kemper on the score sheet. Meanwhile, on the referee's hit list, Schalke have actually failed to win their last 28 matches in the Bundesliga, and they've also on the flip side, positive side, won 10 of the last 12 matches against Bielefeld in all competitions. Bielefeld have actually lost 9 of the last 10 in the Bundesliga. So 2 teams in absolutely ridiculous bad form. But Bielefeld coming to this with a bit of a spring in the step. 1 win in the past 6, whereas Schalke yet to win all season. Absolutely dreadful form for them. Look at the situation out in the bookies then, shall we? 65 on for Schalke for the victory, or 65 is yours. 12-5 is your draw, 9-4 is your Bielefeld. Bielefeld coming to this in 16th to win for them. They could go 15th. Schalke coming to this 18th to win for them. They could actually go above 16th, and that will be at the expense of Arminia Bielefeld. I've gone with Schalke on this one. They are the better team, realistically, but I don't know what's going wrong with them. It's like Werder Bremen last season. They just don't know. They're not showing any quality. Next up, we have Mainz taking on Werder Bremen. Here's Mainz. They played each other in the past 31 times. 10 wins for Mainz, 15 wins for Werder Bremen, and 6 draws, of course. The last 6 is 3 for Mainz, 2 for Werder Bremen, and 1 draw. Last time out in Mainz was a 3-1 win for Mainz. That was back in June 2020 in lockdown. Robin Quaison on the score sheet. Jean-Paul Boutis as well. Edmilson Fernandez also on the score sheet for Mainz. Yuya Osaka on the score sheet for Werder Bremen. Heading into this, Bremen have actually lost the last 4 in the Bundesliga. Mainz have actually failed to win 12 of the last 13. Bremen have also conceded 2 goals in the last 4 matches as well. They're coming to this 4 defeats on the spin for them, whereas just 1 win and 6 for Mainz. That was against Freiburg all the way back at the end of November. Quick look at the situation out at the bookies then, shall we? We have Mainz on 30-10 for the W, 5-2 is your draw, 90-10 is your away win. Of course, Werder Bremen in 14th for the win for them. They could actually go as high as 10th. Mainz come into this in 17th for the win for them. They could actually go above Arminia Bielefeld, also into 16th spot. I've gone with the draw on this one. I can't separate the 2 sides. Can you? Make sure you get picks in nice and early for these and the rest. Meanwhile, we have Augsburg taking on Eintracht Frankfurt. Played each other in the past 44 times. 14 wins for Frankie. 14 wins for Augsburg, 20 wins for Frankie, and 10 draws. The last 6 sees 4 wins for Augsburg, 2 for Frankie, and no draws. Last time out in Augsburg was a 2-1 win for Augsburg back in September 2019. Marco Richter on the score sheet, Florian Niederlechner as well for Augsburg. Giancarlo Palacia on the score sheet for Frankie. That was all back in September 2019. Heading into this, Frankfurt have actually drawn their 6 of the last 7 matches. They've also conceded 2 goals in the last 4 away. Just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Frankie. That was against Wolfsburg. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 6. That is for Augsburg against Bielefeld. That was the last time around, of course. Look at the situation out of the bookies then, shall we? Augsburg 40-5 for the W, 20-19 on. That's Frankfurt. Your Stone Cold favourites, 11-4 is your draw. Of course, Frankfurt coming to this 10th and win for them. They could actually go just 1 spot to 9th, which is Augsburg. And if Augsburg were to be victorious, they could go from 9th all the way up to 6th in the table. Indeed. I've gone with the 2-1 for Augsburg on this one to put it in the bag and move on. Next up, we have the fruity one. It is first against second. And it is in Leverkusen, of course. Played each other in the past 91 times. 19 wins for Leverkusen, 55 wins for Bayern, and 17 draws. Of course, the last 6, though, sees 2 for Leverkusen, 4 for Bayern, and no draws. Last time out in Leverkusen was a 4-2 win for Bayern, and that was in the German Cup. That was back in lockdown in July 2020. Meanwhile, last time in the Bundesliga in Leverkusen was also a 4-2 win for Bayern. Yes, it was. Kingsley Coman on the score sheet, Leon Goretzka, Sergei Gnabry, and Robert Lewandowski on the score sheet as well. Lucas Alario and Florian Wirtz on the score sheet for Bayer Leverkusen. Bayern have actually scored at least 2 goals in 26 of the last 32 matches, whereas that's pretty much all I've got for you on that one. Meanwhile, heading into this, just 2 wins in the past 5 games for Bayern. That was against Lokomotiv Moscow in the Champions League and also against Wolfsburg just the other day. Meanwhile, 5 wins on the spin in all competitions for Leverkusen, and that includes the Europa League. So very, very good form for Leverkusen, and of course they top the table. Look at the bookies also, 11-4 for Leverkusen, 5-4 on for Bayern. The Stone Cold favorite, 16-5 is your draw. A cold 1 point separates the 2 sides, and either one of these could be top of the pops at the end of this match. But who will it be? Well, I've gone with the 2-2 draw. This one, I can't separate 2 sides, but I'm going to give themselves a Brucey point, and it'll be as you bloody were between those 2 sides. But I'll open up the door for Leipzig, and in my eyes, they will be top of the pops at the end of it. Let's take a look at Freiburg up against Hertha Berlin on Sunday night. Played each other in the past 43 times, 11 wins for Freiburg, 15 wins for Hertha, and 17 draws. Of course, the last 6, though, sees 2 for Freiburg, 1 for Berlin, and 3 draws. Last time out in Freiburg was a 2-1 win for Freiburg back in June 2020. Vincenzo Grifo scored with Niels Pettersson. Vidar Ibisevic scored for Hertha Berlin on the penalty spot. Meanwhile, heading into this, Freiburg have actually undefeated in the last 7 home matches against Berlin in all competitions. They also scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 heading into this. Unbeaten in the last 4, that's 2 wins and 2 draws for Freiburg, whereas the same can be said for Hertha Berlin, unbeaten in the last 4 as well, but drawing 3 and winning just the 1. Of course, last the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? It's Freiburg 64 for the W, 70-10 for Hertha Berlin, 5-2 is your draw. Berlin comes to this in 12th in a win for them. They could actually go as high as 9th in the table, whereas Freiburg are actually in 11th at the moment. A win for them. They could actually go as high as 9th as well. Mid-table obscurity beckons, but I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Hertha Berlin. And then wrapping it up, it'll be Wolfsburg against Stuttgart. Of course, locking horns in Wolfsburg. Played in the past 48 times. 18 wins for Wolfsburg, 23 wins for Stuttgart. And we've got 7 draws. The last 6, these 2 wins for Wolfsburg, 3 for Stuttgart, and 1 draw. Last time out in Wolfsburg was a 2-0 win for Wolfsburg back in 2018. It was around about this time, a couple of years ago, Joshua Gulavolagu on the score with Wout Weghorst as well. Wolfsburg have actually won 10 of the last 11 matches at home against Stuttgart in all competitions. They've also won the last 4 in the Bundesliga this campaign. They come into this just 1 defeat the past 6. That was against Bayern the other day. Meanwhile, 1 defeat the past 6 for Stuttgart. That was against Bayern a couple of games back as well. So 2 teams in pretty good form, and the only hiccup standing in the way has been Bayern München. Looking at the bookies odds, and then shall we? 5-4 for Wolfsburg, 2-1 is your Stuttgart, 13-5 is your bloody draw. Of course, Stuttgart coming to this in 7th, and for them they could actually go as high as 5th in the table, which is where Wolfsburg are. And if they were to be victorious in 5th, they could go as high as 4th in the table as well. I've gone with a 3-1 for Wolfsburg. They've only lost once this campaign, and it was against Bayern, and do expect them to get another 3 points in the bloody bag. And if I'm right, which I bloody well hope so, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. It will be RB Leipzig leading the charge by 1 point over Bayer Leverkusen, who will be leading in 2nd spot over 3rd place Bayern by 1 point. Of course, Borussia Dortmund at 3 points adrift of Bayern, of course, and maybe on the lookout for a new manager as well. Meanwhile, Schalke Bielefeld going down. Mainz not too far away either. Köln still in the discussion, as are Werder Bremen. But that's what I think will happen this weekend. Of course, then we go into a bit of a winter break, bit of a chance to catch up, catch my breath, and then we go Augusto again. Be sure to give you your predictions in nice and early for this, and then we'll be back again for some more pickaroonies a little bit later on. Until then, though, be sure to give the video some love and smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe, of course. Yeah, please be sure to check out the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. Again, trying to get up to 25 patrons. Christmas is just around the corner. Could you put a smile on this face for Christmas time? Well, we'll find out. Check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. But until then, though, I'll see you all on the other side.